the statement is discipline yourself and others won't need to discipline you. A lack of moderation by the suspended Adamawa State Resident Electoral Commissioner, REC, Barrister Hudu Yunusa Ari, which boiled over, has had his travel passport seized, along with his co-accused who have been restricted to Abuja. Now, Yunusa Ari, who is under police probe, had been granted bail along with INEC officials that were culpable during the governorship debacle in Adamawa State. The law must take its course and be seen to do so, Tunde.
Well, I think there's a challenge on the part of the police and other security operatives that I have always believed that I stand to be convinced that the man acted alone, the Resident Electoral Commissioner. Before you can be named as a Resident Electoral Commissioner, there's a premium of trust that has been bestowed on you to deliver democracy. Because if those people who are to midfield democracy itself are faulty, how come the politicians? So the thing is that the man, I believe sincerely that the police has to do a thorough job. It's not a question of wishy-washy thing. And we should, not after 3 months, naturally, you don't get to hear about it. I think we should go down to the nitty-gritty of this thing so that the man, because if the man acted alone, he would not have lasted so long. He would not have disappeared for 2 weeks. He disappeared for 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, he made himself available. So I believe that... That's
what he said?
Well, I think he made himself available. That was for the police. Because when you see a lot of ceremony guarding his surrendering to police, then you know that it's not so easy. So I believe that he did not act alone. Secondly, there must have been something that is amiss. Let us conduct a thorough investigation. You know, like my people used to say that the leaf that is dancing on the surface of the water, the drummers are beneath the waters. So I believe he must not have acted alone. Let us do a proper investigation, investigate other top hierarchies of the INEC. Politicians too are culpable. If you see the video that was shown the day he was protected, somebody was trying to harass him, and the police stopped that man. So I think all stakeholders, this year's election, because do you know what? I always tell people that this year's election is the most difficult election to be rigged because of beavers. So the only thing politicians do is to do voter suppression, where they know they are likely to lose. So let us use the example of this man to identify many others who have some other ulterior motives. Because I don't believe he acted alone. He must be acting with some concerts of powers that we don't know yet. That is the need for intensive investigation.
Yusuf, we must thoroughly investigate our man here. But he's suggesting the man may not have acted alone. Is it plausible?
Of course, it was even clear, even to the blind, that what he did he wouldn't have done it.
Was a script? He was acting out a script?
But as I normally say, all of us, we want a better country. We always say we don't have institutions, that what we have are strong people, we don't have strong institutions. But every opportunity that comes for us to start building institutions, we always miss it. This is one big example. The way this matter was handled up to today does not show a country that is ready to go through decent, ways like other countries. You know what happened. Everybody knows what happened. Even look at the whole thing they call interrogation, investigation so far. How many people are in it? Who are they? Apart from our big man Red, what about others? What he did on that day was so people saw it scripted.
Open impunity.
He came. Of course, what he did was a coup against Nigerian constitution. So forget who is benefiting, who is not to benefit, who is... No. What he did was clear. What are you investigating? Now you now reduce the discourse to you want to know whether there was bribe, whether you took bribe or you didn't take... Whether you took bribe or you didn't take bribe, so clear. There is no discussion around that. You had violated the Nigerian law.
And the law must take its course.
So Then he wasn't alone. By the time he came to that venue, he came with the assistance of security agencies. You have, the highest police authority in the state. You have the highest, DSS authority in the state. You have the highest authority of civil defense in the state. I don't know, maybe there are others. But he came and he did what he did. Believe me, even somebody, you don't need to be a lawyer. You are working for INEC. INEC said there will be supplementary polls. You are in the process of compiling results for the so-called supplementary polls. Then what happened? You came without. Is that the process of declaring somebody a winner? You need results. This, then that. That's one. Then two. Are you constitutionally empowered to do so? No. But after the whole thing, what happened? INEC, invited him to Abuja. You don't need any invitation. I'll call for his arrest straight.
Yeah.
You get my point? That was he was invited to Abuja, and in the process of Abuja encounter, they said they are no longer seeing him. And from the hiding, he was granting interviews and insulting the sensibility of Nigerians.
He said something like, that's the claim. He said something like, I don't regret what I did.
I said he was insulting the sensibility of all of us.
Okay, Yusuf, I hear we must go to Abuja. Timmy is waiting patiently for us. Timmy, good evening to you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Well done for what you're doing.
Thank you.
If we are to look at what this gentleman, Ari, said after he handed himself over, we should consider the prelude to it. There was a claim back then that votes from Benani were given to the governor, to the other party, and that the governor was already trying to influence the outcome of the result. But if the governor had all the lower officers in his pocket,
Timmy, but thank you. Tunde, except that on this program we hardly make room for speculations and all that.
No, at all. Because we work with facts.
Yeah.
And INEC is the highest authority in terms of election here. And we go by what INEC has come up with. The votes recorded by INEC, that's what we see as official votes. Every other thing is in the realm of speculation. Yeah. Some people said our so-called rec took bribe. Who can substantiate that? Except you are able to prove, and in this age and time, our politicians, our big men know how to break the law, legally. What do I mean? Yes, some people have billions stashed away in their homes, so they use part of that money to do whatever they want to do. It's not that you are now writing a check or you are doing transfer. So you cannot trace anything. You understand my point? So if you now want to accuse that kind of person that you took bribe, how do you prove it in court? So it becomes extremely difficult. So anybody that loves to dwell in the realm of speculations, this and that, INEC, had guidelines, and to the best of our its ability, it followed the guidelines, and what it declares is what we are talking about.
Today, there have been wrecks, and there have been wrecks, and there have been wrecks. Yes. I remember a wreck in my state, Akwa Ibom. I can't forget him.
Is it Mike Igini?
Mike Igini.
Oh.
He went the whole hog to the extent that a professor was nailed. That's what I expect a wreck to do.
Well, I think, like I said, the man has the audacity to say that he has no regret for what he has done.
Oh, yeah.
It means that
he was even giving his own
It was a premeditated action.
The action, it was not something that came to him under 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yes.
He has seen it all, and he has programmed himself for that particular result, because you can program yourself to get a particular end. So what it means is that over a period of time, his mind has been working about how to achieve that particular goal. And that was why you mentioned that he has security agencies, police around him to announce that result. So that's why I am personally more, yes, he has built the processes of INEC, but I am personally more interested in the fact that the investigation must not be one-off thing, just send him to prison.
That's it.
It has to be thoroughly investigated. And no matter how highly placed, like our president, Buhari, said in 1984, no matter how highly placed, those people who supported him, they must be unearthed. And Nigerians must know the truth.
Okay.